All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
Sucks.
And welcome back to another episode of Will of the Council. We've got Jordan in the booth.
This is a weird position in time to be in right now.
We've got Danny, who actually put hundreds of thousands of dollars down on the winner of the presidential contest.
Joseph won again for the third election cycle.
And we've got Becky on the ones and twos. We record these in advance. So we were doing like bits about Halloween, and then we realized that like this is going up like the 9th of November. So probably what's going to happen is everyone is going to be either just completely depressed about the outcome of the election or mildly depressed about the outcome of the election.
What?
I would say
It sucks too, because I liked our Halloween bits like 3 seconds ago.
we could also be dead. You know, it could
True.
be like Kamala wins by 1/10 of an electoral college point, and then Trump contests the election and a nuclear strike is launched on Washington, D.C., and I die of radiation poisoning because I'm close enough. You know, there's a lot that can happen in a week.
That'd be actually really funny, because the last thing that would happen when you died is that you were recording a podcast.
Oh, man. And Matt, you know how like some people like will record a whole bunch of videos for a YouTube channel and then like put them on time delay so that after they die, they upload? Imagine like for the next year, like I'm dead, but you're getting Will of the Council, and I'm making jokes about like Lunchly, like to a group of individuals living on an irradiated husk, you know? Like an Earth completely destroyed and devastated by climate change and nuclear holocaust, and they're like, Mr. Beast really does look weird. Why can't he smile right?
Yeah, why does he smile
Yeah.
like that? Oh, I miss that guy.
Miss him.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to be talking about something that happened recently as of recording this episode, which is a similar, very distinct looking individual. That's right. We're talking about the Timothy Chalamet lookalike competition.
Should have gone. Missed my chance.
Can you repeat that for me? Is that a real sentence you just said?
The Timothy Chalamet lookalike competition.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Thank you. Can you also read out the poster that was on the wall to advertise this event?
Timothy Chalamet lookalike competition. October 27th, 1 p.m., Washington Square Park Arch, $50 cash prize. So, if you guys are unfamiliar, New York City has just become Mecca for like 27-year-olds who manage social media accounts and don't do anything. Because I swear, every fucking day on this website, I see another couple of wheat-pasted posters advertising some dumb shit that's happening in a random park in New York City. And then the next day, I find out 40,000 white kids showed up to it. And I'm like, don't you guys have jobs? What is going on here?
Nothing to do. Like
It's crazy
I mean, I
because
guess people are having fun. You know. That's nice.
it's fun.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But like, I also think it's really funny because you mentioned crowd size, and I'm just so shocked that because from I wish I could show you guys the poster, like the poster on the street. It looks like an event where maybe 10 to 20 people max would show up, right? But subsequently in this thread, there's like hundreds, maybe like, I don't know, a lot of people here, very surprisingly, for what is a $50 cash prize.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's all people who want to get famous on TikTok, right? Like that's
true.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, man.
We're going to film a bunch of TikToks while we're there. But I got to say, I do appreciate anyone with a printer can now cause a public disturbance by like thinking of a bit funny enough to shut down like several subway stations.
And the best thing is that it works.
It does. It keeps working. So the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest happened on October 27th at 1 p.m. And I got to say, a lot of the people who are there do look like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like wispy little malnourished twinks that look like they live off of the spice, let's say.
A lot of Paul Atreides walking around.
Yeah. I not for nothing. If the Harkonnens just detonated a nuclear warhead in the middle of New York City, they'd be done. But among the attendees was the one, the only Timothy Chalamet. He showed up.
He made it.
He showed up and he did not win.
What a greedy. What the fuck does he need those $50 for? Those $50 could be spent on
Oh, maybe
a
he was
twink in
going
need.
to test his disguise of himself.
He's like, why did you show up to the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest? To test my abilities.
My favorite are like you can just choose the movies he's in. There's, Paul Atreides, a lot of Willy Wonkas around. It's great.
A lot of Wonkas, yeah. A Wonka ended up winning.
Man.
Who up Wonka they Willy. I do appreciate they brought like a huge check that said 50, and they brought like an enormous trophy, like a 6 foot tall trophy.
6 feet tall.
That is
I gotta say,
amazing.
every single picture I've seen though is like, it looks like a super spreader event for crackers. Like, it looks like,
Would you shut the fuck up?
I don't believe this incendiary rhetoric that now, of course, has reached its natural conclusion because this is happening after the election, that non-white races are trying to weaken the white bloodline, or whatever Vance is saying today. But viewing this video, I was like, wow. If they introduced a biological agent to these Timothy Chalamet lookalikes, it would be spread all across the greater Brooklyn area by the end of the week. Like, I see the vision. Like Paul Atreides, I can see the entire human history spread out in front of me.
The future's rolling through your brain folds.
Yeah, no, it's very funny to look at. I will be completely honest. It's really just like every type of like hipster expat showed up there. It's so funny.
No, this is great.
I'm just shocked to see him. Like, I'm watching the little video now on the little TikTok that they uploaded on this Twitter thread. He really just walks up to the winner and he's like, "What's up? I'm the real one." And like all of them, like I guess they're Timothy Chalamet experts, because they immediately are like, "Oh my God, it's you!" And like cameras fold, they're all changed, and everyone's like, "Yup, that's him, that's him, that's him, that's him." And I'm like, damn.
He tricked everyone by showing up with a mustache.
Genius.
Which, yes, actually, I will comment on that. That is genius, because I would never think that Timothy whatever his name is, Chalamet, there it is. Couldn't remember how to pronounce it. I'm very stupid. That is definitely, like, I could never imagine him actually having a mustache. So, genius move on his part.
And to be clear, he doesn't really. Like, it is
fair.
the type of mustache that Timothy Chalamet can grow. It's like the type of mustache I can grow. Like, you give me a month, I'm coming back with exactly this, what can lovingly be called 60% of a mustache. I do want to point out, the person who organized this event, it turns out was an insane person, and like showed up with a big ass top hat and rode away from the entire event on a penny farthing.
What?
Like those...
What the fuck?
Those 1910s bicycles with one enormous wheel and one normal sized wheel. He's like in a tuxedo, in a top hat, riding away on this
yeah, I see the image
machine.
now. This is so good.
That's amazing.
man.
He
what
got
the-
a $500 fine too.
Yeah, I'm sure he can pay it.
New York.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. I gotta say, there's incredible advances in being an annoying cracker happening in New York City. I mean, it's really the place to be. They're on the forefront of cracker technology. They're breeding crackers we couldn't even imagine. I'm really happy that like every other state is like, what if a white guy like did basement meth in a Walmart parking lot? And New York is like, a 2011 Mumford & Sons expat pivoted even harder into pre-colonial technology. Riding a penny farthing, he celebrated the antics of his favorite hairless twink, Timothy Chalamet, by gathering them all in Washington Square Park before delivering a 6-foot trophy to the 5'11" winner. It's incredible. It's really just unbelievable stuff.
It's the only thing that can happen that you're just like, wow, there's no other way or world this could have happened in this way. It's like a miracle almost is, I guess, what I'm trying to say, like that it ended up this way. Can we talk about the last thing is women handing out cards to Timothy?
Yeah, so a
lookalikes?
couple women were really smart and were like, I'm trying to get dick. I want to get dick from Timothy Chalamet. This is my best opportunity. So this woman, Sommer, single 24-year-old woman, just started handing out her email address on a business card to every Timothy Chalamet lookalike. And like, I think this is pretty smart.
actually
You're already
respect that
self-selecting for guys who look pretty good.
Yeah. That That's just a networking event for Wiener. I love it.
It has like a speech bubble on it and says "Yoo-hoo, boys," and
That's good.
underneath
That's good.
her email it says "I'm dead serious," and the email on the business card says "Timothy's, please email me at gmail.com," and above that is "Do you want to go on a date with me, single 24-year-old woman?"
That's good. I gotta say, it's really good. I honestly, in this age of meeting people online, I think this is what it's gonna take to meet people in person.
Yeah.
You go to the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest and you just shoot your shot over and over again. If Timothy says no, great news. There's another Timothy right behind
right
him.
next to you.
That's right.
Oh my God. It's good. It's good. Folks, we love a good Tim. We love a good Chalamet. And we love a good bit more than anything else.
$50 for
I
the
love a
prize.
good bit.
That's so I can't get over that.
That's a lot of
All
money,
these
man.
people showed up for $50. That's crazy.
I think they showed up just to show up.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I want it to be that people were like, damn, $50. All right. I just want that to be the reality.
It's like a B plot of like an Ed, Ed, and Eddie cartoon. Oh, man. All right. Are you guys ready to get to the
Dude, I am
POSs?
so ready.
I don't really like how excited you are for them. But regardless, let's begin.
Let's do
Oh
it.
boy.
So the first one we have tonight is, I mean, I don't think we've ever had a post sent to us more than this one. I personally got this post upwards of 15 times.
Yeah, no, I got this post sent to me. They got sent to Jordan, I presume.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
for sure.
God.
For sure. I couldn't get
All
away
right,
from this
so-
one. This was all my DMs.
So this one is 3 days old, and it's from username Can It Be True or Not?
Mm.
All right. here's the post. Am I the asshole for not believing that my boyfriend, quote, suddenly became gay, end quote, due to the altitude difference while he was on a work trip in Utah?
Dude, I fucking hate it when I go to a high altitude state and I become gay. Fuck,
Ugh.
man. It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
No,
I mean, I
It's
think
so
probably the
inconvenient.
first thing I need to ask, of course, is, Danny, do you want to go to Utah?
I was gonna say, I mean, you know, I get kind of annoyed. Like, I'm busy. I'm trying to go to like my work conference, and I hit that high altitude. Boom, dick in my mouth.
Oh, man.
Salt
dude,
Lake City, it
it's-
makes flying really hard.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes me really hard when flying. Okay, let's make it happen.
folks.
I can hardly believe that I am writing this or that it happened, but I am, and it did, so here we go. This is a great way to get out in front of people saying you are lying online.
Yeah, exactly.
I, 28F, have been with my boyfriend, 29M, for 3 years. Every now and then, he has to go to Utah for a few days because his team has a customer service branch that operates out of there. Do you think he works for the Mormon church? I can't think of anything else.
Who knows?
I got a text from one of his coworkers who became a friend of ours, and it said that on my trip, the boyfriend cheated on me with a guy on the customer care team. I didn't believe it at first because, first of all, my boyfriend has always identified as straight, many such cases, and second of all, I couldn't believe it. When he got home, I asked him about it, basically expecting him to confirm it was nonsense. Instead, he got real quiet and had us sit down and said he had to tell me something. Uh-oh, honey, I went to the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest. He said it was true. He did have a one-night stand with a guy. I couldn't believe it. I asked him, was he telling me that he was gay or bisexual and that cheating was cheating? He insisted it was not gay. I'm not gay. I just love gay sex. But the strangest thing happened. He said that when he was at dinner with his Utah coworkers, he suddenly became gay.
Oh, my God.
This is like the vax people who
God,
are like,
man, I hate it when this happens.
this is like the anti-vax people who are like hashtag suddenly died for people who like had a blood clot after they got the vaccine, but it's, you know, suddenly became gay. I was like, what the fuck? He said he thinks it was due to the altitude. I said, you're fucking with me, right? Which I think is probably the appropriate response. He said after he had done it with this guy, he got really confused how all of a sudden he was gay. He said that higher altitudes have an impact on how people think and on their emotions. He thinks the high altitude made him gay temporarily.
True.
He said as soon as he landed back home, he was back to being straight. First off, why are we assuming it's because of the altitude? What if he just got on the plane that makes you gay?
Oh, true.
I was gonna say, like, maybe
That's
he's on the
it.
mountain that makes you gay.
That happened
Yeah,
to my buddy
yeah.
Eric.
That happened to me. Let me tell you, I kept going back. I was looking like Trump in the fucking Epstein Black Book. Get me on the gay plane, you know?
I love that guy. I'm going to kiss him. I'm going to kiss that guy.
We shouldn't talk poorly about the next president of the United States.
That's true. It's not poorly. He's very zesty.
He's very zesty. I was like, did he get drugged or something? But he said it was not possible. They're always in a group at dinner, which is when he became gay, and he was the only one alone with the guy afterwards. He said that he had done a lot of thinking on the drive back from the airport and confirmed within himself that he is straight. Yeah. And the only conclusion could be that he was temporarily turned gay due to the altitude. I was like, whatever, whatever. I guess we're breaking up. He looked at me confused. I was like, gay or not, you did cheat on me. He said it wasn't his fault and that human actions are just a byproduct of accidental brain chemistry.
Joseph,
and that his chemistry had been altered through no fault of his own due to the higher altitudes of Utah.
I hate it when my chemistry is altered due to the high altitude.
I need you to use this on like the dumbest things. Like if Jillian asks you to like, hey, can you like take the dog out? And you have to be like, I'm sorry, I didn't do it because human actions are just a byproduct of accidental brain chemistry. And my chemistry was altered.
This guy does not believe in free will. He's like, did I fuck another man? Yes. Let me talk to you about determinism.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He said he couldn't believe I would blame him for something medical and scientific that was out of his control.
There are so many
good.
studies about the mountains that make you gay.
There are. This is the thing. Okay, listen.
Listen.
No. Let me ask you this. You know, gay people claim that they were born this way, right?
Okay.
True.
So that means it's an immutable part of their personhood that you can't get mad at.
Yeah.
So this guy was born to be susceptible to the high altitude gay machine.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you want to come for him? Like, what the fuck?
Truth
The only person who should be coming for him is the guy he kept fucking.
Dude, truth apocalypse.
Truth apocalypse. Truth. Oh my God, it's so good. I do like that he's weaponized like the biologic facet of homosexuality to be like, that means that I get to fuck men. I mean, that's just the way that it is.
Wait, why didn't I get, why? This wasn't my fault.
Wait,
yeah,
you're mad at me? What?
You're being kind of a bigot right now, I'm not gonna lie.
This was biochemistry, like, I don't know.
You're
my God.
homophobic for the 1 hour I was fucking
Yes!
Yeah.
Wait, me when like I have to win an argument with my wife, I'm turning gay. You're really gonna ask me to take out the trash while I'm a homosexual? That's fucked up.
I'm fucking crying.
Wait, I have a better one for Halloween. Dr. Jekyll and fucks guys.
Banger! Was that off the dome? Holy!
That was off the dome. That was off the dome.
God, bro.
Shit.
I might be on higher altitudes. I might suck your dick.
We gotta finish it. Okay. I don't know. Maybe he's convincing and I'm a rube. Yes.
The answer is yes. You are a rube.
But I'm starting to wonder if I'm overreacting. Like, I know it sounds insane, but is it possible to accidentally change your sexual orientation due to emotional changes brought on by altitude? Is that possible? And if it is, am I overreacting? Should I throw away a 3-year relationship for this? He's acting like I'm being rude and weird. I'm confused. First off, if you are the guy, incredible attempt.
Insane.
Like I understand you are not going to get away with like this level of gaslighting, but I have to respect the attempt.
The thing is,
like, that's really fantastic.
There is nothing in this world more creative than a man who is lying to his girlfriend.
Yes. Oh my God.
For sure.
Suddenly the most like uncreative people become artists. Shakespearean.
Genuine
that's
novel
true.
writers.
That's true. People who are like, I freaking hate when they put woke in my video games, suddenly are like, let me craft you a tale. The year was 2024 and my dick was in need of a suck. Only another man.
Descartes says, we exist, therefore we are. And I sucked his dick.
Descartes. Holy shit, dude. Oh fuck. I gotta get you on top of a mountain, man. All right. Okay, let's wait, Well, what do we think, folks? Do we think that she's actually being homophobic?
Yes.
I think probably, right?
I'm pretty sure we all agree on. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a pretty quick 3-0 that, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
she's mad at him for the small amount of time that he was gay for being gay.
Right.
That's homophobia.
Yeah.
That right.
We're
right.
reading the words
Right.
of a bigot right now. Honestly, I'm appalled. This is unbelievable.
I'm glad you said it. I was a little scared.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm glad you have the like bulk, you know, the muscle to kind of back up your claims.
It's dude.
In fact,
I hate that
you're
this
looking
level
good,
of-
dude.
Yeah,
you want to
wait.
go to YouTube?
Am I on Utah? Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
my
the jokes
God.
write themselves, man.
Wait,
It's so
this is
awesome.
what Brokeback Mountain is about. They
Oh,
were in
it
the
is.
mountain.
Finally.
Well, no, the thing about Brokeback Mountain is like, oh man, you know, it's not to be an asshole about Brokeback Mountain. It's crazy that movie got made. Like, people were so homophobic at that point
Yes.
in American history. And it is this like tender, loving story that is not played for laughs. I don't know. It's like, damn, how the fuck did this get out? Like,
Well,
what the hell?
in the mountains, in high altitudes.
I think that actually may be the case.
Yeah,
like, I think
yeah.
actually, legitimately, like, there is a.
Let's talk about this girl being a rube for a sec.
Sure.
Yeah.
How do you not immediately investigate and have a little fun for yourself to catch your stupid, I guess now bisexual boyfriend lying and be like, okay, were you gay when you were flying to Utah? Like, did he trek there on the car trip or
Danny,
something?
you are not being an ally
I'm
towards
sorry.
the group of maligned girlfriends of bisexual boyfriends. Her wanting to question this is a powerful act of progress.
Shut
I agree.
up, dude.
We
Shut
agree.
up.
We
Shut
agree.
your
We
mouth.
agree.
No, that's
We agree.
it's
We agree.
you're right. Like I can't.
It's so
just-
awesome.
Here's what it is. I'm sorry to be.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to be a little gay.
Shut
But
up.
it's just another fucking DL guy. It's a guy who wants to have gay sex behind his wife's back. There's 100 million of these in any sort of even tangentially homosexual community. 1,000 straight presenting guys married to women who are like, well, I do like to have a little fun on the side. And they are, I'm sorry if you're like this, so unthinkably annoying to have to deal with all the time. And they are full of stupid fucking stories like this to protect themselves from the repercussions of the fact that, one, they're gay, and two, that they also want to have their cake and eat it too.
Right.
They want to be able to continue to enjoy the benefits of marriage with a woman. They want to be able to cheat on their wife as much as they want. They want to be able to string along other men. Like, they just want to have it all. And I'm sorry, like, you can put up as many walls as you want. No one's buying this shit. For the woman, this is like a series of lies you would expect to be told to like a 14-year-old in a high school relationship. I can't believe a 28-year-old is choking this shit down. What a moron. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I don't want to be mean to her because she just got cheated on and was told the dumbest story ever. I think what's happening is this is an amount of dumbness that Ouroboroses itself around to being like believable in a highly emotional moment that you are in right now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is like you are trying to wrestle with the fact that your love of your life partner for the previous 3 years has done, you know, an unthinkable act towards you and is now hawking a level of shit that is making you go, what is even my
Hawking
life right
Tua
now?
on
Yeah.
another man's
I
wiener.
hate you.
I literally couldn't stop
want
thinking about it.
you
I was like, he's
to
talking
be
to on
dead.
something, all right. That's for sure.
Both of you should. Okay. Anyway,
You're right. You're right. And like, I only jest on her being a rube because she said it herself, and she's
No,
like,
she
"Am I
is
a
one-
rube?" And it's
I'm
like
not trying to be like, let's
No.
not be mean because like she does
I am.
deserve it like a little bit, but like
another
I
point
get it.
on her not kind of getting it is that he goes to Utah more than once. You know,
Yeah,
He's
I
been
think it might be a
multiple
Brokeback Mountain situation where like every time he goes there, he's like, "I wish I knew how to quit you," and he's like, "Dude, just do it. Like, your wife should know you're gay by now."
Oh man, this is very sad. Now, the other thing I do have to talk about with this guy is that the fact that he was able to even slightly, like any minute percentage, convince his partner of this at all to where she's second guessing herself means that he is like the greatest improv man of all time. Like,
Well,
he-
okay, no, men get away with a lot of just being like pretending that their partner is being like rude and weird.
I mean, yes, that's true. That's true.
This thing where she was like, he's just is acting like I'm rude and weird. I'm like, classic move.
Yeah, that's
It's like the most classic move ever.
Yeah, how are you mad at me right now? I cheated on you, but you're mad at me? Like, yeah, you're right, actually. That
She'll
is
be
very...
like, wait, so are you gay? And it's like, what? No. What are you talking about?
How could you even think that of me? Oh my God.
No, we're married. Of course not. I
don't
just
even
like,
think they're
this
actually
thing's
married.
out of my control.
No, not at all. What? Oh, now I'm kind of mad because
Oh my
like
God.
none of this was like intentional.
Yeah, you're mad at me right now. I bet there are women listening right now. They're like, oh my God.
They're like, you guys got to stop because I
gotta
hate
fucking
this.
stop.
It's like setting off the alarm bells. Okay, so I don't know. What do we want to say about
I don't know. What
this?
can we
is there
say?
to
It's
say?
like I was
What
reading,
is
I was
this?
looking through the thread, and there's this someone linked an article to The Onion back from like 1998, and it's why do all these homosexuals keep sucking my cock? And it's I won't read all of it, but I do want to read this amazing paragraph where it's like, last Sunday I casually struck up a conversation with this guy in the locker room, health club locker room. Nothing fruity, just a couple of fellas talking about their workout routines while enjoying a nice hot shower. The guy looked like a real man's man too. 2 big biceps, meaty thighs, thick neck. He didn't seem the least bit gay. At least not until he started hooking my cock, that is. That's this whole thing.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is our funniest 3-0 ever. I think.
know.
One of our funniest.
3-0.
Oh, true. Yeah, well, let's get to voting then. Let's get
vote
voting. Where are we
All right,
swinging?
okay.
Utah or the deep sea level?
Decision time.
When it comes to this woman who is the most homophobic individual since the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, is she the asshole? 3, 2, 1.
No. Of course not.
No. You're getting owned. You're getting
get
you're getting
out of
owned
there,
in the marketplace
please.
of ideas.
He is gay or
Oh,
maybe
man.
bisexual, and you just gotta go.
Yeah, please just leave. Like, please.
I want to think of like what the solution to this is if she like forgives him. Like he's got to go back to Utah for his work, right? Is she gonna be like, well, I hope he doesn't fuck too many men while he's there, but what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Just, if she continues her life and she's like, well, I guess it's the altitude, and then he just gets scot-free and gets to just have gay sex all the time.
The council has spoken.
Our next one is this one's a little different. This comes from r/relationship advice, and the name is Throwra Insult. So it says, I, 34F, like degrading and insulting sex. This is a problem for me. I could never degrade a woman
That's true.
at
Yep.
all.
Real?
Even,
No, me too. I would never.
Since I gave birth, my husband, 30M, says he can't do it anymore. I'm getting bored. How do we get past this? So here's the post. I'm 34 and my husband is 30. I don't know why I enjoy this kind of sex. I've never been abused or assaulted in any way, and I grew up in a loving and caring family. There's no underlying reason, but I like to be insulted during sex. Insult my looks, my body, hit me, use me, etc. Not all the time, obviously, but let's say once out of every 5 times with my husband, sex will end up this way, and I love it. It's my favorite. Just over a year ago, I gave birth, and my husband says he just can't do it anymore. He says he can't treat the mother of his child that way. It got me mad. I said I'm more than a mom. I'm a woman with my own personality and wants and needs. I get where he's coming from. I really do. And maybe this is a bit to do with me feeling like I've lost my identity since becoming a mom, but he can't even bring himself to spank my ass or squeeze my boobs.
Oh, come on, dude. All right.
That's like
Yeah,
normal
okay,
stuff.
listen. You don't have to call her like a piece of shit, but like, come on. How hard is it to squeeze boobs?
Yeah,
Come on.
like,
What's your problem?
Never mind. Okay.
We still have sex a couple of times a week, but it's always me imitating. I think he said initiating, maybe.
Initiating probably is
And
the
then it's-
word.
Yeah.
And then it's either just him on top or him from behind, and he doesn't even pull my hair anymore when he's behind me. Okay, wait, hold up. Come on, man.
Oh.
What's your fucking problem
Yeah, what's
here?
your problem, bro?
Has anyone else been through anything like this? Will it get better, or is that side of our sex life gone now? TLDR, since I gave birth, my husband says he can't have rough sex with me anymore. Edit, why are people acting like I only asked for this recently? He started this 8 years ago when we first met. He always initiated. People say it's because he respects me too much. Well, he still asks me to eat his ass every time we have sex. He doesn't mind the mother of his child sticking her tongue in his ass twice a week.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we got that little edit.
Thank
that is so
you.
perfect. What a wonderful end to this story. Anyone want to start on this?
Sure. Okay. If you don't mind, I'll go first.
Go for it.
I mean, this is a classic case of a guy just not putting in the effort, right? Like, I think Well, to me, that's how it reads, I should say.
Mm.
Because clearly he has kinks and shit that he wants to have met, right? He likes tongue in his ass, and no shame. People can like what they like.
Good shit.
You know, I used to be a worse person, and I was very judgmental, and I yucked people's yums before, but I don't anymore. And I think, whatever, you like what you like. But he has to be able to reciprocate that in the bedroom. And look, not to sound a little too negative, but this sounds like an excuse. Like, yeah, spanking ass and squeezing boobs and getting into a little bit more, it takes a little energy, right? And it just doesn't seem like he's willing to do that. For whatever reason that might be. I don't want him to paint this as like maliciously lazy. It's just that he's kind of lost that spice in the bedroom. And there could be a lot of different reasons for that. It could be that maybe he doesn't feel too great about himself, or he doesn't feel very confident in the bedroom anymore. So he doesn't like have that, you know, they've been together 8 years. Maybe he's, it could be a litany of reasons. But I guess it would try to be, if I was the poster, I guess in this scenario, I would start to inquire about why that is. Like I know she did and he gave that reason, but like there's got to be more to it than that, because he's just, it comes off to me as him just being lazy in the bedroom. I
think you make a good point.
Well,
but I wouldn't call it lazy. You can go ahead, Joseph.
Sure, you can.
Yeah, I do want to give a little pushback on this, because I think Jordan hates men. He's being a misinterest.
Yep. Real.
I don't. I think that men are allowed to have sex with other men when they get to a certain altitude.
That's true. Yep.
I think instead what we're likely seeing here isn't like him being lazy, but I guess I would call this maybe like a change in preferences. Right?
Yeah, sure.
And
okay.
It feels strange because the woman does still want to have sex this way. The guy's like, I'm sorry, I'm just not comfortable doing that kind of thing anymore. And like, regardless of the underlying reasons, which again, you know, it would probably behoove them to talk to somebody about, especially each other. But regardless of the underlying reasons, like, this is him communicating, this isn't something I'm comfortable with. And like,
Fair.
I don't know, like, I know that sucks, but like, that's kind of as much his decision as it is yours, right? Like, it takes two to tango here. And if he doesn't feel comfortable doing something, then like, you know, maybe you won't be doing it.
I guess that's fair.
I think this is an opportunity to kind of explore different things during sex, because it sounds to these people like they have a very specific routine of having sex, where they're like, you know, 20% of the time we're doing rough sex, the rest of the time it's X. Now she's like, we're missing now that 20% of rough sex. It's like, well, if he doesn't feel comfortable doing rough stuff, there's a lot of other stuff you can do. And like, it's possible that there's other stuff you might like more. To wrap this up, I don't think what's going to resolve this for either of them is being like, oh, come on, just do this thing you're uncomfortable with a little bit. You know, like that does kind of suck to hear from the guy.
I think that we also might be missing a bit more, because I feel like this is more than just, oh, he's not doing the rough stuff, because she did mention that they'll have sex still a couple of times a week, but has to initiate it now. Which isn't even at the bedroom part, right? We're not even talking about dirty stuff. He's not like, hey, let's have sex. You know, like, that's missing. And that's, I think, really important. I don't think she'd mind as much if like he was into it and he was like doing like not even the rough stuff, but like she said, he's not even spanking her or something, or like squeezing her boobs.
Yeah, that's not even like rough.
That's not even rough sex. That's just like normal intimacy stuff, you know?
See,
like,
that's where I'm coming from.
Me
here.
Describing rough sex and my boob got squoze.
Yeah. Like,
I think she is focusing on the things she's missing out on, but actually reveals the true problem, where I feel like Jordan pinned it, where he is kind of lost in sex due to probably the pregnancy and birth.
Not to immediately walk back my comments, but I think she does kind of bury the lead a little bit in here when she's like, I've sort of felt that my identity has been subsumed into the like identity of a capital M mother.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yes.
Like, upon having a child, I was no longer my own person, no longer a sexual being. I was a mother, like tethered to both my husband and this child, and without sort of individual agency. And that's something that, you know, the first kind of piece of displeasure that she's running up against is the sex thing. But that's something that is everything, you know? It's something that is going to have to be dealt with in all aspects of life. And maybe the sex thing isn't so much as like her partner's yum has turned to a yuck, and is a little more like, I feel like I am not getting the autonomy that I enjoyed before I had a child. You know, I'm not being seen as a human as much as I am seen as a caregiver for a different person who matters more. And I mean, I don't know. That's a really hard issue to rankle with. And it's a really hard conversation to have with someone who basically just gets to be like, well, you know, I care very deeply about our child. And it's like, yes.
Yeah,
but you have to care about me too.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
still your wife.
Exactly.
Like, okay, like normally I would love to delve into all this like deeper psychology about, you know, my personhood as a wife rather than my personhood as a mother. I think that truly that is an important conversation. We could also talk about the kink stuff here because I do agree with what you were saying for the most part, Joseph. But like, I don't know. I think it's kind of I am going to get so many people that are like, he just hates men. And like, yes, but you know,
what do you think they're on this show for?
that's true. I'm going to get so many comments just like, wow, he's being mean to the guy for no reason and he's not taking his words at face value. And it's like, yes, I am not doing that. We just listened to a story about a guy who said he's gay from the mountains.
But he was being honest.
yeah. He was
so
being
true.
real.
Look, this just comes off to me as this guy is not as attracted to his wife now because she's had a baby. Could have been from, I don't know, maybe like gaining weight or something from the pregnancy.
Whatever
I don't
it
fucking
was.
This is a big leap, but I get
I
it.
get where you're coming from.
I think I would be more willing to be like, you two are going to have to like rethink like your sex life and stuff. If the thing she was asking for wasn't being spanked, like if she was like, I want you to like spit in my mouth and like, you know, scratch me till I bleed and stuff, I'd be like, okay, I could see how he could have a problem with this. You're not going to spank her.
Yeah, like
Come on, grab her
seriously,
boobs?
thank you. Because
Like-
when you're talking about the kink stuff, I agree. If somebody I think we even talked about this during the fucking cuck husband who turned out to be a piece of shit or whatever. What was that last episode? I can't remember. But yeah, when it's kink stuff, yes. As soon as a person no longer enjoys a kink, like it's a consent thing at that point. You know, then there is
Right.
a rift in the relationship that needs to either get solved by the relationship ending or by a bridge being built and, you know, compromise being made somehow, whatever. In this situation, I don't take this as a kink. This is spanking and squeezing boobs, pulling hair. Come on, work a little bit, man.
Even just positions she mentions, just like there's not even positions they like do anymore.
and he
just,
doesn't
I don't
even
know, like,
initiate anymore. Like, come on.
I think we've identified two problems, right?
Yes.
One is the kink stuff and the fact that he said, I can't do that. And that's a conversation you can absolutely have and say, like, I think I like this comment that I found that's like, listen, I understand. You're absolutely allowed to say no. I do really want this stuff in my relationship. So, like, how do we make this work so you feel comfortable and I kind of get also my needs met? I understand you if you don't want to do this, what can we do kind of instead that would make you feel better? That is like step one for that.
Of course.
But you can't even get to that conversation, I feel like, if you don't address number two, the bigger elephant in the room of, I don't feel wanted. You don't even want to have sex with me anymore. You're not even initiating as much.
yeah.
Like, I have to ask for it. I have to do this. And what I'm doing is pleasuring you most of the time. I'm putting my
Yes.
tongue up your
Uh-huh.
butt and you're not doing the things I want. Like, that's unbalanced.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from,
I don't know
Joseph,
if I
because
can
like I
argue with
also
it. Yeah.
was there, but like she buried the lead a lot. And as soon as I started to read, like, well, also he's just like not initiating, and I'm like, oh, there's a much bigger problem here, huh?
Yeah. Convincing herself that the problem is something that it isn't, right? It's like,
I mean, it could
I'm
still
not
be a
gonna-
problem, but yeah,
It is a problem, but it's not the root cause, is what I meant to
Yep,
say. Thank you for
you're
catching
right.
that. The problem is that for whatever reason, he isn't putting in the effort for this. And this is just
Could
like
be traumatic, could be laziness, like who knows?
I don't know. Maybe he's depressed. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
could be.
Like, you can't. I don't want to come down hard on this guy. That's
No,
the thing.
it's okay. That's fine. It's just like she's absolutely in her right to talk about it. And I think that if he's a cool guy or a nice guy or whatever, he'll definitely sit down and listen and be like, yeah, you're right. You know, like I know we used to do this a lot and I kind of hard dropped it. So let's talk. You know, I think that's an easy conversation to have.
100%. The question should not be, why have we stopped doing this kink? The question should be, why are you not initiating sex as much? You know? And I think there's, like I said, that's the root cause that, you know, personally, in my belief, if they are able to work through that, would probably lead to a solution to this problem as well.
Mhm.
But you have to find the foundational problem first, you know?
Do we want to vote on this
Let's
one?
do
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Decision time.
All right, when it comes to the woman who likes such disgusting sex acts as being spanked, is she the asshole here? 3, 2, 1.
No,
not at all.
not at all.
No.
No. I thought I was gonna go with a yes on this one.
Yeah, I almost got a split.
No, you got me.
Yeah.
So what do they do, I guess, would be the next question. What do you think the solution to this is?
I really think she knows the problem. She said it in the post. She's focusing on the wrong part of the problem, but she knows the problem, and she needs to be more honest about what the problem is, right? The problem is not, I don't like the sex that we're having anymore. It's the fact that, why aren't we having sex as much anymore? Why are you not initiating, right? Discuss that, figure out what the issue is, and then work on that first. Because clearly it doesn't seem like he's really into sex at all right now.
It's a good point. I think that as soon as you focus on that, you will feel more loved. And like, you would feel less bad about like if he was like, oh, I'm not comfortable doing like, I don't know, like she mentioned hitting or insulting like stuff, like it can be, and if his preferences change, that would be probably fine if they talked about like, and we're still kind of really like in love and romantically still into each other. That would be the only problem. And they would discuss that, not initiation.
And she also needs to be lightly confrontational about the fact that she is definitely working to please him, and he is not putting that in
Absolutely
reciprocally.
correct.
Look, I don't mind if somebody, like I said before, I don't mind if somebody enjoys tongue in
Listen,
their
man,
ass,
I don't know. They put the cum button in there.
Yeah, look, I get it, but you can't just make her do all this work.
True.
Like, clearly you are wanting to enjoy sex. You just don't want. Okay, I will actually be a little more aggressive on the guy here. Clearly, he wants to get the pleasure from these sexual interactions that he's having with his wife, but he doesn't want to put in the fucking work for it. Like, initiate. Anyway, whatever. Jordan just hates men.
True.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Yep.
On the other hand, me and Joseph love men. In fact, I think Joseph loves men a little too much. I think he's been in
yeah.
Utah
How's your
for a
trip
little
to
too long. You know
Utah
what I'm
going
saying?
by that?
Yeah.
Stop.
The council has spoken.
All right, this third one we are reading from like a repost on Something Awful or something, because like
The original got
the
deleted.
original one got so deleted. All right, this one says, am I the asshole for buying a house $280,000 under market price that is haunted without telling my wife?
We get the spooky episode still.
We do get one spooky
You get one
episode.
spook.
First off, let me say I'm a skeptic. Thank you, Redditor.
I love Reddit.
Don't believe in ghosts or anything that has no evidence behind it.
Yes.
My realtor found a host listed $300,000 under market value, which is basically impossible to find around here. It's supposedly haunted. It's on some of those haunted house websites. People say weird stuff went down there over the years. Personally, I don't believe in ghosts or haunted homes, so I figured whatever. The house itself is awesome. It's in a great area, good schools, parks, and everything we need for our kids. And with real estate prices shooting up, I thought it was too good of a deal to pass up. I don't plan on moving out of it, but if I did, it would be a guaranteed profit to sell. I didn't tell my wife that I bought it because ever since I've met her, she's been telling me stories about how she's seen ghosts and lived in a house where her grandma passed away and haunted the house. So, yes, I did already know she wouldn't be okay with the whole haunted thing. I just made the decision on my own and used part of our savings, which she agreed on if we purchased a home, but now she's pissed and anxious. What made it worse is after I told her, she started talking to some neighbors in the area and they say it's haunted too. There's no evidence. There's no creepy stories that can be backed up. There's nothing. But now she's freaked out even more, worrying about our kids and what might happen if we move in. And on top of that, she's mad I didn't talk to her before making the final call. TLDR, found a house $280,000 under market price and bought it without telling my wife. It's supposedly haunted, no evidence, just rumors, but it's a great deal. Wife found out, got upset, talked to neighbors, and now she's pissed and freaked out and really negative around me all the time.
Listen, man, I'm just going to say one thing. They're going to find your ass in a YouTube video in a month about how this guy disappeared.
Yeah, listen, I don't believe in like ghosts or spirits or demons or, you know, whatever we have all kind of tricked ourselves into thinking is real these days. I'm a little more rational than all of those people. But I will say, if I were to do something like this, the number one thing I would not do before moving in is speak like a guy in the first panel of a Stephen King comic book adaptation.
Yes.
Like, in no
comic
world
book
is it a
character.
good idea to start by taunting, to be like, huh, ghosts, am I right? I don't believe in such frivolities. That's why we've got this beautiful new home, the Overlook Hotel.
You are the first person dead, dog. They kill you first.
Exactly.
I don't think he's getting murked. I think he's going to become the murderer, Shining style.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like he just goes insane.
Yeah, he goes
Didn't I
insane.
tell you guys there's no such thing as ghosts? And then he's chopping up his family.
There's nothing wrong with the house.
The only thing you've got to be afraid of is me.
Turns out there was mold. Sorry.
Oh, the house is the J.K. Rowling
That
mode.
was exactly where I was thinking.
It was just like a terrible black mold infestation that just made people go crazy. Like something completely explainable. No evidence.
I think. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't advocate for this very often.
Oh.
Why did he lie?
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's the
Just
thing.
lied.
There's no way she wouldn't find out.
No. You just say, "Oh, I didn't know it was haunted."
Oh.
Problem solved.
But that's what I was thinking. I was like, why do you know?
But here's the problem. If that happens, then your wife gets to say, "Yeah, me neither. Let's move out."
And then you say no.
But why? Why? Why would you ever say no?
Oh shit! Damn it! You're right. Because then you're ignoring the wishes of your. Okay, no. Okay, no. Nope.
Yeah, I was like,
What's the solution? We as men. What is the solution? You dig further in.
dig
You
deeper.
hire an exorcist. With the money you saved by
Yes.
getting the house so cheap, you can use some of that money for an exorcist.
Oh, Jordan, you're a genius.
Okay, well let's back up a little bit.
All right.
At the very beginning, I think we can probably all say 100% definitively, it was wrong of him not to consult his wife on this and move forward paying both of their money before they were both in on this house.
Absolutely
right?
correct.
He knew that he was doing something wrong by going in on this house that he knew she would not be into. And for that reason, he deserves to be admonished. With that out of the way, $300,000 under market.
So
Like,
cheap.
I don't
It's
know,
so cheap. I'm
man.
like,
That's
I'm
so
begging. I'm like,
good.
please give me a haunted house. I don't care. Please. I'll get haunted. I don't care.
Like, come on.
Like, dude, don't get me
guys.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm even like, even if the house is haunted, even if there are ghosts in it,
I don't care.
$300,000.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
I will
bro.
curse
Like,
my entire lineage for a cheaper home.
Just lie, man. It's the easiest lie ever.
lie.
Just lie. Like, come on.
Maybe he couldn't lie because as soon as he starts telling his wife, like, hey, I'm going to buy this house. What do you think? And she does her research and she finds it on her little haunted mansion sites. It's over, right? Like, we can't buy it.
But the solution is you lie and dig deeper. You say,
This is
yes,
such an
it's
awesome
haunted.
defense.
We're going to save
Well, you are beating the hating men
300K.
allegations here.
You save $300K, and it's like, oh, look, clearly, if she believes in ghosts and all that shit, she clearly believes in like spirit healers and exorcists
You're
and all
right.
that.
No,
too.
I mean, that's true.
Just, you know what? You go on r/sage burning and look up the fucking proper sage to burn.
you knew this. I'm going to look up
It
our
does-
sage burning right now.
I think you do probably try to get an exorcism. I think
Yes!
like it's such a minuscule amount of money compared to your savings that like if you can trick your wife doing this, that's the play for sure. But we can all agree that it was wrong of him to do this, right?
Bro,
Yes.
you
Like-
saved $300,000.
it's
The
so
Pope
much
will
money.
come to your
no,
house for
Stop.
$100K. Hire the Pope.
I understand. But like, why don't you just treat it like something that has to be fixed, like a fixer-upper? You'd be like, this house is way lower, but it does have like a history. Well, we just have to shell out for an exorcist before we move in. Like, that's the conversation with your wife before you spend all this money on a house that resolves the problem. But instead, he was like, I'm going to tiptoe around it and hope she never finds out this famous
Yeah.
haunted house all the neighbors talk about is haunted.
No, Joseph's
Oh.
right. He's right.
Oh, God.
She'll learn about it anyway.
You could install, like, ghost hunting cameras around. Be like, babe, I didn't know.
Yes, and
It's okay,
you
though.
should, but no, there's nothing you get out of lying about this.
A house! You get a house, Joseph!
You get the house you're in the same position you are if you lie or
Yeah.
not, which is the woman wants to leave the house because it's haunted. Are you hoping that you get far enough along in the lie that you don't tell her until the day you move in?
Yes!
That's awesome.
Just Don't
You're so
say
awesome. You're
shit,
so awesome.
bro.
You're so awesome.
Let's vote on this.
Okay.
Decision time.
All right, Jordan, when it comes to this guy who did the world's greatest trick, is he the asshole?
Oh my god. It's like
He saved her so much money.
300,000.
You know what? I am not a perfect person. Okay? I am not a perfect person. I am going to say that this man is the asshole because you are both
Okay.
clearly right. He should have said something. If it knew it would have upset his wife. I would have lied.
You're like, he's the asshole. I would find myself in this exact
Yes.
same
Yeah,
position.
Guys, look.
Monkey see, monkey do. I don't know. Whatever. I would
But
do
what
it.
if there's ghosts in it? Shut the fuck up! I'm buying
Danny,
the house at half
Where
price.
are you with this?
I absolutely understand why he lied. He fucking lied. He's an asshole.
Yeah. Yes.
I know, but like,
Regardless of how good his intentions are, and I get it so much. Oh, I get it.
I'm gonna give him the 3-0. Fuck this guy, but man, $300,000.
God.
I'm sorry.
I'm like cooming thinking about it.
All my morals got a price, baby.
You're so annoying.
There are some people in the comments who are like, the biggest problem isn't going to be the ghosts. It's going to be annoying ass ghost hunters showing up at your house all the time.
True, I
Which,
guess.
like, oops.
But then you're kind of like a pariah, right? Like, oh man, you're gonna have TikToks made about you. You get like a book deal. Like, oh
Wow, you're famous too.
That's,
Oh my god. What if she leaves you for one of the ghosts?
Maybe you can finally have gay sex with the ghosts and
yeah,
blame the
Yeah.
altitude.
yeah.
I get gay at high rates of ectoplasm.
Yes, thank you. That's the joke I was trying to make.
Oh man, this is just proof that I'm not perfect because I can literally look at this and be like, "Damn, this guy sucks. I would do this same shit." In
Oh
a
my god!
heartbeat."
But this is such a scenario again that would never happen with you because you would absolutely convince your partner who would listen to you and you'd be like,
This is
Like,
the thing.
come
Is
on.
You would be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know that it was haunted. And your wife, if she were the type of person who was into hauntings, would be like, okay, then we're not living there. And you wouldn't be like, no, but you'd be like, yes,
we
dear.
are. We're living there. It's $300,000
Be like,
less.
You're right, dear. No, you would fucking cave on this.
I don't know if he'd
Wait,
cave,
man,
but he
I
would
be
definitely
like,
fight
Let's
on
try it.
Ah.
We gotta see if it's really haunted for ourselves.
I can't wait to see you like dead, like blood coming out of your eyes.
Number 14.
Well, our next episode is going to be
Jordan.
with Jordan.exe. He's come back from the dead.
Number 14, Jordan. Panda Express foot lettuce.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Alright,
god, my
okay.
wife is gonna listen to this episode and be like,
The council has spoken.
Okay, all right. Do we have anything we want to end on? I hope everyone's doing good under the new presidency. I hope that everyone is still living, including myself. I hope that Jordan is not killed by a ghost
Right.
at this point.
Happy nuclear waste day. Happy radiation day.
yeah. It's so crazy. This is a weird time. Like we're just in this
It's so
time frame
weird.
where an extremely important life event is just in the future and we have to speak about it, but we don't know what's gonna happen. It's just weird. It's a weird position in time that I have found myself in. So good luck to us.
Yeah.
And you too, dear listeners.